YouTube. What's up? This is your boy, Original Dog Man, John Castro. And I'm going to go through some of these videos for you guys. And I'm going to fucking explain a lot of shit. We're going to listen to this dude. And we're going to see what he says wrong, what he says right, what he thinks he knows, and what he doesn't know. Okay? So, the name of his channel is City Raindrops. There's no such thing as a blue-nosed pit bull, but I have one. Wow. Okay, so let's listen to what he says. Here we go. Let's start from the beginning here.
That's not a pit bull. You don't have a blue-nosed pit bull. There's no such thing as a blue-nosed pit bull. That's not even a dog, in fact. Meat storm.
Okay, so he says that's not a pit bull. There's no such thing as a blue-nosed pit bull. You don't even have a dog, in fact. The statement is correct, but he's saying it under a tone of sarcasm. If anyone knows about APBT and ADBA, fuck UKC and AKC, you know that even in the 1960s, 70s, 40s, and 1930s, all the way up, even to the year 2000, though they're not recording it anymore, they're not putting it on paper anymore, people are still fighting their dogs. That's where the name pit comes in. Because you put your dog in a pit, in a circle, in a square box, in a hole, and you let them fight to the death, or you let them fight until one gives up. A pit bull. The bull comes from Staffordshire Bull Terrier. They were first bred to catch rodents and rabbits. They were small dogs. But then the English people came over and started to realize that they needed bigger dogs for bull baiting, hunting deer, hunting other animals, and continue to fight them. When they fought these dogs, they put these dogs to the ultimate test. That's what they did. They trained them to their full potential. Any dog can chase down a hog. Not any dog. But most dogs can chase down a hog. But not any dog can grab a hog and hold him down. Some hogs can kill these dogs. But a pit bull is known for doing that better than a lot of other dogs. Why? Because he's been tested in the pit to its full maximum potential, and it has that it factor. And these dog men who have bred these dogs over and over and over through generations, and they have bred the cur and the cowardness and the tuck tail out of the dog, period. This dog that he has will tuck tail and run. When it comes to hogs, when it comes to fighting any other dog, if it sees a bigger dog, it will tuck tail and run. But a real pit bull, no matter how big the dog is, no matter how scary the opposition is, a real pit bull will ride and die for you. These dogs, these blue dogs, these cancer dogs are fucking mutts. They're bred from the line of Gotti and Razor's Edge, from AKC and an old English fucking bulldog. And some of these dogs have been bred through pugs. Now, the Staffordshire Terrier should only be registered UKC and AKC. But a real American Pit Bull Terrier has been tested. That's the difference. Fuck the color. Fuck the name. Fuck the looks of the dog. The dog has been tested. There's many pit bulls. Some pit bulls don't even look like pit bulls, but they got so much game in them that they've been tested. And their loyalty is unwavering. Do you understand that? So let's listen to what he says here. Let's get that straight out of the box right there.
Storm is 2 years old. She is a purebred Blue nose American bully.
Exactly. So from now on, I would like him to say that. A purebred American bully. That's it. There is no pit in it. Don't say pit, because when you say pit, that means that your dog has been in the pit, or the bloodline of that dog, which is probably 4 generations or less, has been tested in the pit and is a champion, has champion bloodline. But these dogs have been bred out. These dogs have been bred to be curs and cowards.
Why I say she's a blue nose? Well,
and this is how confused he is. This dude is confused. He doesn't know. I'm gonna send him this video. We'll see what he says.
Because her nose is blue.
No, there's no dog with nose is blue. The nose is black. When someone says you got a blue nose pit bull, it's because the color of the dog is gray, but it actually looks kind of blue. There's no blue dog out there. Okay? It just looks blue. It's a grayish color. If some ignorant motherfucker said, oh, we got old family red nose, we got blue nose. No, that was some ignorant thug out there, some in the early 90s, late 90s, that started to say blue nose after they started breeding that Razor's Edge and that Gotti line bullshit. When that Razor's Edge and Gotti line came through, they started having all these fucking blue dogs. I call them bitches cancer dogs, because they can't even fucking run a mile. Now, some of them are bred like his, to be a little bit more energetic and a little bit more muscular, but that doesn't mean that they have the real stamina to fight for hours. Real pit bulls can fight for hours, son. Hours. You think this dog can fight for hours? No, this dog will tire out in a second, man. Let's listen.
Believe it or not, she's a very muscular, very strong dog.
They got a lot of muscular and strong dogs. They got a lot of muscular and strong people. But does that mean that they run a marathon? Does that mean that they can run a marathon? Can Arnold Schwarzenegger run a marathon? Fuck to the no, we can't. What does that have to do with anything about a dog being a pit? Can Arnold Schwarzenegger run cross country? Fuck to the no, he can't. Because you're very muscular and very strong, that don't mean jack shit. I've seen a lot of muscle build motherfuckers go down by the hands of skinny motherfuckers. Let's listen.
Can we get a look at your nose?
Now look at this. Watch this.
Can we get a look at your nose? Let's look at your...
Dude, you might as well just tongue kiss the fuck out that dog, bro. See, this is the type of shit when people start to take their animals and treat them like humans. That's some bullshit. You don't treat no animal like a fucking human. Now let's watch this dude.
Little cow nose. They used to be much bluer, but now it's just kind of like a bit spotty. Oh. She's my girl. She's my little girl. This is from the American Dog Breeders Association. And right here, American Bully, blue/white. This is Storm's certificate of birth from the American.
Let's pause it right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says American Bully, May 27, 2018, July 23rd, 2018, registered number. And then it has the dam and the sire. You can actually go look that shit up, the dam and the sire. It's probably going to have a Razor's Edge in that bitch somewhere. A Razor's Edge and the Gotti line somewhere in there. But let's see.
Dog Breeders Association. I don't want to give the address of my breeder. And she, as you can see there, American Bully, colored blue/white. Understanding what...
Okay. Now, for those of you who have ADBA and have real pit bulls, it'll say American Pit Bull Terrier. His says American Bully. Those are two different dogs. The name are two different names. This dog is nothing like an American Pit Bull Terrier. But let's see what he says here.
A blue nose pit bull is. It's not.
See, there he goes. He says it again. No. Don't say that. Let's rewind that shit.
As you can see there, American Bully, color blue/white. Understanding what a blue-nosed pit bull is.
So you see how he cuts his video? He's thinking. He can't even think straight. My video, I'm not gonna cut and paste because I know what's real and I know what's truth. But let's watch.
It's not a breed. When people say, "Hey, I have a blue-nosed pit bull," it's like a street name. It's like, you know, my dog is blue. She's a blue dog. Her coat's like a grayish blue.
Now, I'm not saying that there aren't any blue-nosed pit bulls out there. They might have some gray pit bulls that actually have some real game line pit in them that has been tested, but not this dog, because it actually says American Bully, and his dog and the sire and the dam is registered under ADBA as American Bully. Otherwise, this dog wouldn't be named American Bully. Now, what is the percentage of blue pit bulls in the real American Pit Bull Terrier? The real fighting dog. It's probably maybe less than 1%. When I was raising dogs, I hardly ever seen any real gray pit dogs, pit bulls, that have actually been tested. That gray came from a real bulldog and a razor's edge mix by the UKC. They weren't registered with the ADBA or the American Pit Bull Terrier. They weren't registered with the ADBA. The ADBA was the main ones that were fighting their dogs in America. Okay? That's why they're called the American Pit Bull Terrier, because people like Garner, Carver, Boudreaux, Hammonds, all these dudes, all these old dog men, they were the ones that was in charge of breeding these dogs constantly. And these dogs came out looking like other dogs. They didn't look like pit bulls all the time. Sometimes they looked like regular dogs. Short, big, tall, but most of them were muscular and skinny because they had to keep them like that in order to fight them, so that they could last longer, so their stamina could last longer. That's why they have a certain physique. That's why you bring them down to catch weight, so you can match the dog with the other dog. It's just like boxing. Weight matters. But a lot of times, big dogs will wear out faster, and a smaller dog and a skinnier dog will kill a big dog. A pit bull who is smart, who can last, will kill a big dog because he'll just hold him. Grab him by the throat and hold him. So let's continue this.
Blue/really light brown color kind of mixed in there. It's a street name. A lot of people understand, like, they get so butthurt. It's the #1 comment that I get on most of my dog videos is that there's no such thing as a blue-nosed pit bull. Yes, we know. We get it. It's not an official breed name of the dog. She's an American Bully. Now, what is an American Bully? An American Bully you don't get without a pit bull. So
bullshit. Bullshit. American Bully you get with a bulldog and a cur. A dog that hasn't been tested. That's what you get. That bloodline didn't stem off of no game line pit bull from the ADBA. Understand that. That bloodline did not stem from an American Pit Bull Terrier from the ADBA. Because if it did, then he got some fucked up crossbreeding in order for him to call his dog in the ADBA American Bully. Understand this. These blue dogs were bred UKC. They weren't bred ADBA. And ADBA was the only club at a certain point in time that would continue to fight their dogs with other pit bulls. And they were tested to reach their maximum potential, to reach the it factor. American Pit Bull Terriers have an it factor. That dog doesn't. That dog has no American Pit Bull Terrier blood in it to say that this dog has been tested. Even 4 generations down, the sire and the dam of this dog is on that paper. And in order for you to have a sire and a dam bred American Bully, you have to have proof of 4 generations back. At least the last time I checked, during the ADBA, you have to have at least 4 generations back to prove it. Now, I don't even think they let them in unless they just recognize this new breed of dog, which is the American Bully. Let's listen to what he says here.
Blue Nose Pit Bull or Blue Nose American Bully. She's a little bit of both.
No. How can you prove that she's a little bit of both? How can you prove that she's a little bit of both? If so, then your dog is not an American Bully, and it shouldn't be registered as American Bully. But see, the ADBA knows that if your dog does have game line in it, then it'll be titled American Pit Bull Terrier, not American Bully. Not even your club recognizes your dog as a pit bull. And I know better, and old dog men know better. And anybody who's bred dogs before knows better. You're fooling yourself. You just want to be able to call your dog American Bully plus American Pit Bull Terrier. No, don't even do it, man. Don't even let the word pit slip from your tongue anymore, because that is not a pit. That dog has not seen a pit. That dog is sleeping on your damn couch, man. That dog has not been tested, and 4 generations back, none of his bloodline has been tested. So even if you did breed any pit into that dog, there's no more pit in that dog. That dog is a cur. That's what that dog is.
Maybe she's a mutt. Whatever. All these dogs are mutts.
No. All these dogs are mutts. Why? Because they're mixed? Because they're mixed? We're not talking about the dog itself as a species. We're talking about the dog, its mentality, and how it's been bred, its attitude, its loyalty, its courage, its drive, its game. That's what we're talking about. Now you're talking about all dogs are mutts. Yeah, all dogs are mutts. But don't try to make it seem like your dog is the same as real pit bulls, because it's not. It's not. Stick to what you're saying. This is why you're so confused. You see, some pit bulls actually come down from killer hound dogs. From wolves to killer hound dogs to pit bulls, to Staffordshires, to bull terriers. Yeah, even the bull terrier is bred into the pit bull. But it doesn't mean that your dog is.
Dogs have come from, nobody really knows. Now, I have here a book that I've had for years that's a really good book. Let's read APBT History in the United States. When English and Irish immigrants came to America, their bulldogs came with them. Dogfighting was common in America throughout the 19th century. But as immigrants traveled west, the dog's talents were redirected and expanded. The American Pit Bull Terrier, no longer a one-dimensional bruiser, became an all-purpose dog who drove cattle and sheep, protected against thieves and wild animals, hauled wood, hunted dogs, and once again served as catch dogs, quote-unquote. For those pesky bulls, during the day the dogs played with settlers' children, and at night the dogs controlled vermin in the barn. Now, I've known that for many, many years. These dogs mainly chased the rats, they drove cattle, they were very strong. Now, before that, way before all dogs existed, dogs stem from what? First person to comment wins $1 million. I don't have $1 million, but I'll give you in the Monopoly money. Dogs stem from wolves. We know this, right? So, the pit bull is a street name itself. A bully in a pit. Pit bull.
No. The name pit bull stems from a dog being tested in a pit. And the ADBA recognized this, and they recorded it. And they recorded the champions, the dogs that actually won a fight against another dog in the pit. But at a certain point in time, they stopped that, and they started recognizing dogs for weight pulling and herding and looks and physique. Then they started doing that. But even as they were doing that, people were still fighting their dogs all the way up into the 2000s, man. And they're still doing that. Illegally, yeah, but they're still doing it. This is what you don't understand. You think they stopped fighting dogs along? No. They're still doing it. They're still doing it, man. And this is how you know if you have a real game pit bull. And when we say game, it's not a bad thing. Because these dogs were bred to its full potential. Generation after generation after generation. You called out all the weakness. You took away all the lack of genetic diversity and you took only the good shit. Weak diversity. And you kept all the good shit. Your dog has most of the bad shit. The weak shit. You put your dog in the summer, in the winter, it possibly won't survive. You put him outside on a chain, it possibly won't survive. Your dog has to have different kinds of shots. Your dog has to have the best dog food, $100 bag dog. Real pit bulls, they were hardy dogs. These dogs live forever on a chain. And you can feed them table food and they would live. You let them run in the yard, they'll go kill a raccoon or a rat and they eat it. And they'll eat it and they'll live. These dogs' immune system, real pit bull terriers' immune system was up there, man. Your dog gets sick, it could die any day. Spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a vet bill. Now, do you see the difference with how I'm talking to you here and why a real pit bull is 10 times better than any fucking cancer dog that you can put on your YouTube screen? Let's listen.
There's no such thing as a pit bull. I mean, right? So it really...
No, there is such thing as a pit bull, man. There really is such a thing as a pit bull. That's in your mind. There's no such thing as a pit bull. That's in your reality. You see, you didn't live my life. You possibly never went to a dog fight. You possibly didn't deal with dog men back and forth. And seen some real Indian Bolio dogs. And seen some real Boudreaux dogs. And knew people who owned them. See, I grew up in Louisiana. This is where that's all we did. That's all I did was raise dogs. Breed dogs. You have your dogs, your blueies. Let's listen.
Stratfire Terrier.
What? Stratfire? What new breed did you just name? Hold on, let me rewind that, people.
Oh. There's no such thing as a pit bull. I mean, right? So really, it's an American Stratfire Terrier.
An American Stratfire Terrier. What the fuck is a Stratfire Terrier? You mean Staffordshire Terrier? That's what you mean? I've never heard of a Stratfire Terrier. American Stratfire Terrier. I'm not making fun. But see, this is how much you fucking know.
American Pit Bull Terrier. Look at the picture of that dog on the front of that cover. Of the book. Storm. Come here, baby dog.
Okay. So, let's get this straight. UKC is the only club that I knew back in the day that registered their Staffordshire Terrier. You got me fucking up now. UKC was the only club that recognized the Staffordshire Terrier, and then the AKC came later. Okay? Now, I don't know if the ADBA does it now, but back then they didn't do it. They didn't recognize that dog either, because that dog was from England, cross seas somewhere, though it was a good-looking dog. And some people actually bred that dog into the American Pit Bull Terrier and tested them in the pit. Yes. They mixed it. But it still had that right to be called Pit Bull Terrier because it was still a bull, it was still a terrier, which means small, and it still had game, and it was tested to its full potential. It was able to fight. Let's continue.
Hoy, she's such a heavy little mama. Storm. Now, look at the jaw. Look at the jaw line on this pooch. Look at her. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at that face. This is a pure American bully right here. This is as pure as they get. They don't get any pure. They don't get any muscular. She's small. She's about 55 pounds. And she is an absolute riot. She's the strongest dog.
Okay, let me put that back.
At HEB, we love our sweet Caroline blackberries, the sweetest in Texas.
Before planning the wedding, your bad hit was real.
That's not a pit bull. You don't have a blue-nosed pit bull. There's no such...
Let me fast forward it to where I was at. Right there.
It's catchy. It sounds good. It's easier. And
okay, here we go.
Pure American bully right here. This is as pure as they get. They don't get any pure. They don't get any muscular. She's small. She's about 55 pounds. And she is an absolute...
Small. About 55 pounds. One of the best dogs to ever leave anyone's yard was Indian Bolio. It was a small dog, but that dog had so much courage and so much heart that it won most of its matches, even with dogs 20 pounds heavier than it was. That dog, Indian Bolio, at its maximum weight was around 30, 40 pounds. One of the best American Pit Bull Terriers to ever live. Indian Bolio. That dog is 55 pounds. Do you think that dog can last in the ring with Indian Bolio? Or a Black Widow, for that matter. In the ring with Black Widow at 55 pounds. That dog would tire out so quick, don't even try to call it a pit. People would laugh at you bring that dog to a pit bull fight. Don't call it a pit bull, because it's not. Let's go on.
Absolute riot. She's the strongest dog I've ever came across. There's no dog stronger than this little man. Look at the size of that neck. I mean, she is just... Look at it. Guys.
Bruh. That's every pit bull that I've ever owned right there. They can do that. That's something simple, man. Holding on to that? Hell, little chihuahuas can do that. What are you trying to prove here? That your dog can hold on to a rope so it's a pit bull? No. No. Come on.
Come on. Come here.
And you put it on slow motion, but watch this. Let's watch this. Watch this, guys.
Now. Come here.
Barely gets a good grip. Let's go. She lets go.
These comments.
She lets go. Man, any of my dogs that I ever bred will not let go. They will not let go, man. You can hang them in a tree, walk to get some lemonade and come back, and they'll still be hanging, holding on to that fucking rope or that tire. Your dog just let go, man. You got no game in this dog, man. You got nothing but play in this dog. Let's listen.
I understand you know it all. There's no such thing as an American bully. There's no such thing as a blue-nosed pit bull. Well, if I want to call my dog a blue-nosed pit bull because it's catchy, it sounds good, it's easier, and, you know, she's blue. Get over it. It's not a big deal. Really, what is Storm? What is Storm officially? Storm is a blue-nosed American bully. That's what she is. She's all...
No, your dog is an American bully. Not even a blue-nosed American bully, because there's no such thing as a real blue-nosed dog. It's black, and it's gray. The word blue is a nickname for the dog, an unofficial name for the dog. American Pit Bull Terrier is an official name. American Bully is an official name. Your dog is not a pit. Don't call it a fucking pit. You disrespect our breed of dog that many dog men have bred over the years with blood, sweat, and tears. And some of these dog men who have bred these dogs to reach its full potential have their whole yards taken away and their livelihoods taken away because of people like you who hold no real truth, no real knowledge, nothing but ignorance with you. Put it like this. If it wasn't for real American Pit Bull Terriers, you wouldn't even have your dog. So respect the game.
All of the above, okay? I mean, that's pretty much what these dogs are. Some of them are big, some of them are small, some of them are white, some of them are black, some are brindle, some are red-nosed pit bull because they got a red nose. Is it a certain specific breed? No. Is it a street name? Yes. The dog's nose red.
Yes. Yes. It was bred to be red. Old Family Red Nose is an official breed of dog. They bred their dogs generations through generations of dogs. Old Family Red Nose. That's where the Red Nose Pit Bull came from. It's a breed of dog because they bred it to be red. And anytime they breed any Old Family Red Nose dogs together, you're going to come out with Red Nose Pit Bulls. Let's listen.
The dogs are usually bred with white.
Oh, and Old Family Red Nose, they've been tested to reach their full potential. So they've gained that respect in the game through many dog fighters and people all across the South and some in the North. Let's continue.
Red-nosed pit bull, brindle, pit bull. There is a such thing as a blue-nosed pit bull. She's right there. She's right there chewing her toy, enjoying life. Get over it it's just so crazy to me that people get so.
I'm not denying your dog exists, but your dog has no right and hasn't earned the title of pit. It hasn't earned the title of American Pit Bull Terrier. Your dog weighs 55 pounds and potentially could weigh up to 70 if you continue to feed it. Real American Pit Bull Terriers aren't that heavy.
I want to put these huge explanations in comments, and I appreciate you have the time to do that.
Well, I'm not putting it in comment. I'm putting it in video format as a response to you, just to let you know what's really going on. Because obviously, you didn't take the time out to read those comments correctly. And you actually picked up the wrong Pit Bull book. If you want to pick up a Pit Bull book, pick up a real Pit Bull book by Richard F. Stratton, The Real American Pit Bull Terrier. You read all about that there. Richard F. Stratton.
We get it. You know more about dogs than everyone else. The thing about it is, you don't. No one knows where these freaking dogs come from. No one really actually knows shit. Can you get it tested? Sure. What's going to come up? Probably Stratfire American Terrier, probably Bull.
It's not Stratfire. Like I said, go pick up the book by Richard F. Stratton. They've done the DNA test and it shows where it came from. Wolves, killer hound dogs, bull terriers, bulldogs, American Staffordshire Terriers, not Stratfire. There's info out there. You just got the wrong info. You got the wrong book.
Probably pit bull, probably this, probably that, probably all kinds of stuff. Go get any dog, and basically, unless you're paying thousands of dollars and you know generation of the father and the mother, then it's, you're not going to really know what the dog is. They're crossbred all kinds of different ways nowadays.
First of all, let me explain something to you. The American Pit Bull Terrier, that dog, has an extensive history with the ADBA. And you can go look up the dogs and the bloodlines of each dog. You possibly find some of my bloodline in there. Your dog is an American Bully. This is a newly acquired breed that the ADBA has just recognized, man. This breed hasn't been around that fucking long. So what you're saying here makes no sense.
Yes, Storm's mom and dad, Joker and Callie, are both
Joker and Callie, that's where it came from. The Razor's Edge and the Gotti line, of course. They came from out of fucking California. Joker and Callie, what does that sound like? That sounds like a Mexican and somebody from Cali. It ain't Indian Bolio. It ain't Boudreaux. It ain't Hammonds or Gator. It ain't Honey Bunch of Black Widow. It ain't Carver. It's some bullshit that come out of California. Joker and Callie. That's what the fuck your breed is about. It's a joke. Your breed is a fucking joke. That's what it is. Let's continue.
Now, Callie, the mom, was a red nose. But Joker is a prize, like, 70-pound American Bully. Solid.
Let's get this straight. He says the mom was a red nose. No. The mom was a fawn off another blue nose. Or off another blue dog. Because that's what blue dogs mostly throw out. They throw out blues and fawns, which is like a brown color. That's not a real red nose. That's not coming from the old family red nose. That's just what those kinds of dogs throw out. That is what kind of dogs blue dogs produce. The fawn colored dogs with the red nose. If it ain't a blue dog, they're gonna throw a fawn colored dog with a red nose. Or a white one. Mostly white or mostly gray. It's not a red nose. It's a blue dog. It just come out fawn. Two blue dogs will throw out a fawn puppy, which is kind of like a brown color, brownish color. It kind of look like a deer color, like it's got deer hide on it. Yeah, that's what they do. See, this is where you get your misinformation from. Those dogs. Let's go back. Listen to what he says. Just there.
The mom was a red nose.
No.
But Joker is a prize, like, 70-pound American Bully.
Mm-hmm.
Solid dog.
Nah, American Bully, not Pit Bull. Don't call it Pit Bull now. Let's watch it slip. He's going to say Pit Bull. Because he wants that in his dog. He wants his dog to be a badass Pit Bull. No, your dog's a fucking mutt, man.
His father, I don't remember the father's name, an American Bully. That mother, red nose. So I know at least two.
Those dogs aren't red noses, man. Those dogs are fawns. The color of them is a fawn, like a light brown color. Not a tan. It's a fawn color. It almost went to the point it's turning more like a golden color. Like a real pit bull would be like a golden color. But then you get that fawn. It's kind of like that dingy brown, almost turning into gray. Yeah. Not a red nose.
Generations that there were bullies and red nose, like pit bulls, terriers. So
no, don't say it. Don't see he said it again. Pit bull terrier. No. There's nothing pit about your dogs, man. Your dog come from Razor's Edge, which is UKC, and Gotti line, which is a bulldog that hasn't been tested.
I'm a mutt. Sure. Is your dog a mutt? Probably. Are you a mutt? Probably. You know, like the thing about it is when people ask me what kind of dog I have, sometimes I say pit bull because it's just easier. When I make a video and I'm like, hey, my pit bull, it's just easier.
Look, if you have a love for the game, you have a love for the dog, respect the game, respect the dog. Don't call your dog a pit bull because somebody's going to come up and try you. And they might actually try to steal your dog. Because they think, oh, his dog can fight. This is a pit bull. Let's go steal it. We'll go fight it. Respect the game, man. Save you some time, some heartache of making a dumbass video like this if you don't know what you're talking about.
Like, sometimes I just always say the ABPT, American Pit Bull, strap wire, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I don't see the point. Like, when people understand, like, oh, sometimes I'll use the term she's an American bully. Because that's what she is. Like, if I'm speaking out of term, people don't understand that, like, you don't really get one without the other. So, really, I'm not wrong. And maybe this doesn't...
Yes, you are wrong. You're very wrong. You're very wrong. American Pit Bull Terriers were fought in a pit, in a cage, in a round circle, in a square box, in a pit. Literally pit. Dugout hole, a pit. Your dog has 4 generations back hasn't seen a pit since God knows when, because they come from Razor's Edge and Gotti bloodline out of California. Joker. Yeah, your dog's a joke.
Make any sense, but I just felt like I had to address this comment finally, because like the comment mainly addresses there's no such thing as a blue-nosed pit bull. Well,
yeah, there is no such thing as a blue-nosed pit bull, man. Not what you have anyway. Now, we're not saying that there wasn't any gray dog out there that hasn't been tested, because possibly there were, but I don't know of any. I haven't seen any gray dog that's truly been tested in the 1960s, 70s, or 80s. I'm 50 years old, so I've been around in the 70s. And I bred dogs in the 90s up to 2000. But I don't see you, man. I don't understand what the fuck you're saying here.
of course not. But technically there is, because she's a blue-nosed pit bull, because her nose is blue.
She's not. Stop calling her a pit. She's a fucking mutt.
Her coat's blue, she's a pit bull, and so therefore she's a blue-nosed pit bull.
No.
Right?
No.
I mean, sure, it's not an official breed. I never said it's an official breed. Never said that. It's like, hey, what are you? Oh, I'm a gangster. I'm a gangster. Is that an official nationality or race? No, that's just a street name for the type of person you are. You know, white boy, African American, whatever. You know, like, that's the thing. Like, hey, some people.
Do you see what he just did here? I'm a gangster. That's not official. I'm a white boy. That's not official. African American. That's actually official. You see what he did? He fucking up in. The fuck is this dude thinking, man?
People are G's, some people are gangsta, some people are classic, some people are just, this, that, or whatever. It's your outer layer, It's Storm's outer layer is blue-nosed pit bull.
First of all, you haven't dug into her inner layer at all. You don't know what kind of dog you have. You haven't tested her. You may think you have a loyal dog, but has it been tested to its full potential? Have you fought that dog with another dog for hours on end to where she don't give up on you? No, you haven't. You haven't tested that dog. You haven't tested that dog until you tested that dog, man. You don't know what kind of dog you got.
But her inner layer is an American bully. She's an American freaking bully. She's blue. Her coat's blue. It says it on her damn registration. She's a blue dog. I just.
Okay, her inner layer is an American bully. Okay, but her inner layer ain't an American Pit Bull Terrier. That's for damn sure. So stick with that. Let's see if he sticks with that.
Don't understand. There's no such thing as a gray-nosed pit bull. Well, she's kind of gray, so yeah, she could be. We could say she's gray, but nobody labels them. It's just
this dude is so confused. He's confusing me right now.
They're blue. They look blue in the sun. There's a blue cast tone, and we'll show some beat.
And you're colorblind, dude. This is blue. This is blue. This is gray. Do you see the difference? You see the difference between these two? Your dog looks more like this color. Not this color.
Roll, and I'll also show her fierceness. This dog can get fierce. This dog can get really fierce if I want.
There's a lot of dogs that can get fierce. Doesn't mean that they got the game to last. Hell, toddlers can get fierce. Cats can get fierce. Yeah, my old mama can get fierce. But that doesn't mean that they can do anything.
On her too. And we'll show that. We'll wake the neighbors up a little bit, and we'll throw some B-roll of how fierce Miss Mama Dog can actually get. See the pit bull come out of the storm?
You were made to trust your
Nah, ain't no pit bull in that dog, man.
The best time to
Tourists. Tourists that turn.
My bad about the ads. It's bullshit. YouTube. So she's barking over the vacuum cleaner. Plenty of dogs do that. You call that fierce? She's barking because the vacuum cleaner is scaring the shit out of her. That's fear.
Fierce pit bull. And so yeah, I mean I just wanted to address the comment because share, subscribe, guys. It's so much fun. If you don't like, share, subscribe, I'm gonna pooch you. Storm's gonna bite your nutsack off, and if you don't have a nutsack, she's gonna bite you in the JJ. Right, Mama? So, but JJ. So like that's I don't know. I just felt like finally let's just address this thing because, and am I real? I don't know if I'm making any sense. I have no idea. I just wanted to address the comments because it's so crazy how many people are like, it's so butthurt. It's almost as bad as the butthurt blender.
Dude, no one's getting butthurt because the people that are actually telling you these things know what they're talking about. You actually don't know what you're talking about. See, because you never associated yourself with real people who actually bred these kinds of dogs and who actually fought these dogs and who actually went through a whole bunch of problems with the authorities, the police, the FBI, DEAs. People that I know, and even myself, have been through this shit. You haven't been through anything, man. You own this dog in your apartment. This is a house-kept dog. House-kept dogs are family companions, not real pit bulls.
I made a video.
And even the real dog men will tell you that. The dogs that stay in the house, they're not real pit bulls. They're just house dogs. Even though they look like pit bulls, they'll tell you they're house dogs. The house dogs are friendly with everyone and all the dogs. They run outside, and all the dogs that are chained up in the yard, they've gotten used to the house dog coming up to them. Sometimes they haven't, and they get killed.
On the BlendJet, and I don't like the freaking BlendJet. The BlendJet sucks. It's a terrible product. It didn't work right for me. Maybe it works right for you. But people are so butthurt, and I think they're like Phil DeFranco's fan club. And it's like, I don't even know who Phil DeFranco is. Stop it. All right? The point of that video is it's the same thing. It's like, if something doesn't work for me, I'm going to say, maybe it works for other people, fine. Want to buy it, fine. Maybe it works for you, fine. It didn't work for me. Here's the video, buy it or not. Or just buy a regular freaking blender. I don't know. My opinion. That's my channel. That's what I do. This is not an opinion. These are facts.
No, it's not facts, man. What you're saying about your dog is not facts. It is straight opinion. And remember, your opinions are run on your straight subjectivity. And you run on straight subjective moral values. Which means you have no standard of truth. You have none. Everything that you say is emotional, opinionated, and it's your own personal feelings. You're not running on facts. Nothing you said here was factual, except for maybe, what have you said that was actually factual? That your dog is an American bully. That's the only fact that you stated. Is your dog a real pit dog? No, that's not a fact. You keep saying that she's a real pit dog, but it's not a fact. You can't prove that anywhere in your bloodline, in your lineage. You said Joker and some other dog, some other female dog. Callie and Joker from California. Those are bull dogs, and you said it yourself. The sire weighed like, what, 80 pounds or something? 70 pounds? Those are bully dogs. Everyone knows those dogs were crossbred. Bred, the species, the breed was crossbred, not just the dog. The breed, a bulldog and a Staffordshire dog was crossbred to produce your dog. Not American Pit Bull Terrier. That wasn't even crossbred into a bulldog. It was a Staffordshire UKC registered that was bred into a bulldog to produce what looks like a real pit bull, but it's not. It's not. Now do you understand?
Yeah, she's a blue dog. So anyway, let's start some B-roll of how good looking this pit bull is. All right.
Look like a Staffordshire bull terrier to me. Staffordshire terrier to me. Oh, you got her in a thin chain. You got that dog, and leave that dog. You leave one of my dogs out on a thin chain like that in 2 days, it's breaking it. You got that dog on a thin chain. Oh, you don't keep them outside though. Let go. Let go already. Couldn't even hold it. Let's rewind that. Let's rewind that.
Just everything about this dog. She is just absolutely perfect. She is the perfect specimen, the perfect example of what an American bully, and a blue-nosed American bully should look like. Just healthy, strong, agile, fast, fierce when she wants to be, and loving because she's a very lovable dog. And I love this dog more than anything in the world. And if it wasn't for her right now.
See, he loves this dog more than anything in the world. This is how you know that he's not letting facts rule. He's letting his emotions rule. Look. Let's see. Go back just a little bit more to the point where right here. Let's see. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seconds? That's all that dog got?
After the B-roll, the video is going to be over. So I hope you guys enjoyed the beautiful dog that you see here. I mean, she's just so gorgeous. I mean, look at just her muscle tone, just everything about this dog. She is just absolutely perfect. She is the perfect specimen, the perfect example of what an American bully, and a blue-nosed American bully should look like. Just healthy.
No, that is not what a blue-nosed American bully should look like. Your dog actually looks more like a Staffordshire Terrier. A Staffordshire, I don't even know if you should call it pit bull because most Staffordshires aren't really pit bulls anymore. I think it could be more of a American Staffordshire Terrier. That's about it. That dog looks more like an American Staffordshire Terrier than a bully.
strong, agile, fast.
See, you don't even know what your dog what your dog really looks like. Your dog looks like more like a Staffordshire Terrier, an overweight Staffordshire Terrier at that. Not even that muscular. I mean, it's got a little muscle, but it ain't as muscular as most Staffordshire Terriers. It don't look as fast and as conditioned as a real Staffordshire Terrier, AKC bred, of course. But your dog looks more like that than a bully. But see, your dog took the trait of more of the Staffordshire Terrier side than the Bulldog side, because a lot of these dogs have the gaudy line side on them, which is the big husky motherfuckers that can barely run a mile. So you're lucky your dog did take that genetics from it, or maybe your breeder bred it out. I don't know, but it ain't a pit bull.
Fierce when she wants to be, and loving because she's a very lovable dog. And I love this dog more than anything in the world. And if it wasn't for her right now, I don't know where I would be without her, because it's been.
That's great, man. I'm happy you found you a great dog. But it ain't a pit bull, man. Stop doing that. Just out of respect for breeders and people who bred these dogs, out of respect for the things that they've been through and the generations after generations of breeding these dogs, and these people who traveled from state to test these dogs and make these dogs who they are pound for pound, and giving these dogs the it factor to run and play and hold and herd and work and hunt hogs and do everything that any dog coming from the pit bull line would do. Give respect to that, at least. Give respect to the bad name that people are putting on, the bad reputation that people are putting on these dogs. Give respect to that. Just call your dog a bully dog, American bully, and game over. That's it. Let it end right there. American bully. You don't need to call your dog a pit. Don't call it a pit, because it ain't a pit. Don't call it a comeback, because it ain't a comeback, man.
A very rough time, but she has kept me sane. And do these dogs get such a bad rap from, people who use them in fighting rings? Like, I rescued my dog Angel, may he rest in peace. This whole thing is for him. Angel.
And yet you still don't get it. You still don't want to give credit to where credit is due. Without these old dog men who fought these dogs, none of you motherfuckers would have any of these dogs. The old dog men who fought these dogs didn't give these dogs a bad rep. It was breeders in the 80s who took these dogs and tried to raise them as guard dogs and attack dogs. That's when the dogs started getting a bad rep, when they started attacking children and people. Not because dog men were fighting these dogs, because they've been fighting these dogs for ages. But it was only till recently in the 2000s when people started saying something, you liberal ass motherfuckers. Old dog man was fighting these dogs a very long time, giving us the best of what a dog can be. Let's listen to what you got to say now.
You can see right here, Requiescat in Pace. That's Latin for rest in peace. And there's Angel right here. And Angel was a rescue dog at the time. I was kicking doors down, serving warrants, doing stuff like that. And we came across a pit bull fighting ring. And there's a bunch of puppies in there. And I took 2 of them home. And one of them ended up really just, they were already starting to be trained to fight. And then 2 dogs, Brooklyn and Angel, didn't get along. And they fought. And I ended up having to get rid of one. And
Yep, because they were bred, it was bred into them. It was bred into them. Generation after generation. As a pup, the pup knows when it's born how to hold and latch on and shake and everything else. And some pups can actually kill. So you should know that. But you don't understand that because of that, that's why we have these dogs.
Angel got out of the house and he was killed and stabbed. So I told the story before. So, you know, I know that these dogs get a bad rap from people, and it just doesn't go away. But they are lovable dogs, and they are the sweetest dogs on this planet Earth. And any dog you put into an aggressive state of mind to where they're defending for their lives is going to do that in a ring. I mean, it just doesn't matter what type of dog it is. Now, it's sad that they get that rep, you know, just the pit bull. And, you know, it's almost like, hey, do we even...
What's sad is that you don't know why they got the rep, why they get the bad rep. They got that bad rep from people in the 80s, in mid 80s to late 80s, when they started breeding these dogs to become guard dogs and attack dogs like a Doberman or a Rottweiler. And that only heightened their aggressiveness. And after that, in the 90s and 2000s is when these dogs started attacking children and people and other dogs and animals. Because breeders who didn't know the game, like old dog men, and they started using these dogs, misusing these dogs, and started breeding them for the wrong things, made these dogs into killer dogs. Now do you get it? Because if you don't get it, then maybe, like I said, you need to pick up the book by Richard F. Stratton.
Want to use that term anymore, the pit bull, because you're not throwing your dog in a pit, you know? And, of course, it's a bull. It's a bulldog.
Wait. What did you just say? Let's listen to what he says here.
What they're defending for their lives is going... So, you know, I know that these dogs get a bad rap from people, and it just doesn't go away. But they are lovable dogs, and they are the sweetest dogs on this planet Earth. And any dog you put into an aggressive state of mind to where they're defending for their lives is going to do that in a ring. I mean, it just doesn't matter what type of dog it is. Now, it's sad that they get that rep, you know, just the pit bull. And, you know, it's almost like, hey, do we even want to use that term anymore, the pit bull? Because you're not throwing your dog in a pit, you know? And, of course, it's a bull. It's a bulldog, a bully breed.
Do we even want to use that term anymore? That is how it's registered. American Pit Bull Terrier. That's how they're registered. And they're registered like that for a reason. Because they were thrown in a pit. And just like you said, you got your dog, Angel, as a fighting game line dog. Which his parents and his sire and his dad was probably thrown in the pit. Call the dog what it is. Why not? That way you can recognize what kind of dog it is, so you won't misbreed it or train it and make it sort of turn it into an attack dog. So you know the difference, so you can learn from it.
Whatever, all that stuff. Look at her chew her rope. She's such a good girl. I know, you love to work that big fat neck out. They get their neck so strong, you just pull, pull, pull. And to anybody who says, like somebody said in the comments to the other, oh, they get, you know, especially the pit bull, when they bite, it can hurt even more. It's actually not true. You know, all dogs are going to bite and it's going to hurt. Pit bulls don't have some extra muscle or something, you know. Of course, they're a lot stronger than most dogs because of their muscularity, but they don't have some extra muscle in their face. It's not a thing. If a dog bites you, it's going to hurt, you know. I know, Bobo. Any dog can have lockjaw, you know. Pit bulls tend to have like a natural ability to do it, I guess, but...
There you go, misinformation. The reason why pit bulls, when they bite you, is because they hold and they shake more. And they hold for longer periods of time than any other dogs. Because when they hold, they know how to submit the other dog. Pit bulls don't get locked jaw, man. That's your misinformation again. That's your stupidity and your ignorance. Pit bulls don't get locked jaws. They just have stronger jaw muscles to make them hold longer and harder.
You know, I know, babies. Any dog will sit here and play tug of war with a rope. Look at the size of her neck. And she'll hang there forever, you know. She won't let go of that. But, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, the pit bulls...
Well, that's not what you showed us earlier, because your dog didn't hang for no more than 6 seconds. If that's what you call forever, I'm sorry. I've seen dogs actually hang for way longer than that. Way longer. 15, 20 minutes I've seen them hang for.
These fighting rings, you know, it's something that I would love to fight more against on this channel, and maybe we can start some kind of like donation thing where we can put together to something and maybe fight against dog rings and all that. Hey, I would love to be some kind of like investigator and go and hunt these rings down, especially out here in Iowa. I'm almost sure there's dog fighting rings out here in the country. But you know, with that comes great danger. You know, you're going into there and taking people's livelihood.
You damn right you're going in there taking people's livelihoods. And here's the thing, dude, you're trying to destroy the dog. When you take away these fighting rings and these old dog men and these men who are fighting these dogs and matching them and culling them out, and breeding the best of the best, you're destroying the breed. You're not only destroying the American Pit Bull Terrier, but if any dog that stems off an American Pit Bull Terrier, you're also destroying that breed. That's the thing that you guys don't understand. Am I for dog fighting? Depends on if I want the American Pit Bull Terrier to be around anymore. Hell yeah, I'm for dog fighting. If it means keeping the American Pit Bull Terrier alive. Because that's how they were bred and that's how they were created. If you don't get that, if you don't understand that, then I lost all respect for anyone who wants to own a pit bull. Go get yourself a Labrador, German Shepherd. Go get you some other dog. Except for something that you might think is a pit bull terrier. You see? You see how the respect goes hand in hand? But nah, you want to go hunt down these people and stop them. Well, kill your dog right now, man. Kill your dog right now.
Away, so people are gonna fight and defend for that. And you know, some people just look at dogs like they're just a piece of meat, like it's just money to them. You know, it's not a family thing.
Yeah, it's money. It's money too. But don't think for a minute that dog men don't love their dogs. Because I've seen dog men take better care of many dogs, while other people only can take care of one or two.
It's not something you bring in the house. It's just, you know, to them they just look at it like, you know, money. Like, hey, we don't care if the dog dies or whatever. Like, it's just a thing to them, you know. And that's disgusting to me. And fuck those people. Right?
Oh yeah. But you know, you can bring dogs to these kill shelters and kill them all off. You take all Floyd Boudreaux dogs and kill them all. Yeah, they raided his yard. You can raid other people's yards too. And take all those dogs, even if they weren't aggressive to humans, and kill them all. Just because they had the name behind it. No, fuck people like you then.
Right, but you know, it's out there, and unfortunately we have to deal with that bad name, and people get misinformed by it. And you know, even for me, like getting into this apartment, I had to go through all this restricted breed shit. I had to go to an actual doctor, get actual paperwork done, get actual stuff done to make her an actual emotional support animal, to where I'm not allowed to just I can't go walking in stores and stuff with her, but I can have her in my apartment and they can't restrict her breed. So that's basically all I have it for. These dogs are utilized now in all kinds of different ways. They're, you know, emotional support dogs, they're search rescue dogs, they're canines, they're farm dogs still. They do everything. They're an all around good dog to have.
If they do everything except the pit, so don't call it a pit bull. Call it an emotional support dog. That's what you call it. Call it a farm dog. Call it whatever dog you want. But don't call it an American Pit Bull Terrier, man. You're disrespecting a whole lot of people. You're disrespecting the game. You're disrespecting the dog. You're disrespecting yourself first and foremost. And that's really all I gotta say, man. Knowledge is power. Right now, you showed us that you really don't have much knowledge when it comes to these dogs. You really don't. Peace the hell out.